If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. I ran into a major issue with the camper. Now, the camper we built 7 months ago. For those who don't know, we built this camper. It's not a slide-on camper. It sits right on the rails of the bed, right here. And it's 6 feet long by 6.5 feet wide, and it has a cab over. Cab over does not have a lot of strength on it, and it's not even wide enough to sleep in. It was designed specifically for storage, and then we sleep down here. Right there's our bed, and then you come back here, refrigerator, and then on the other side there's the door in the back. The stove is here. Again, the bed. Our electrical outlet to plug in to the generator. Okay, it weighs 250 pounds. It's made out of Luan for the outer skin. 2x2s for the frame, except for right here. Right here is a 2x4, and I did that to give this more strength, but everything under here is 2x2s. The inside skin, we just use styrofoam for insulation, and that's what our inside looks like. Now, normally we store our water bottles throughout the summer. We stored our water bottles inside the truck, and anytime we wanted a gallon of water, we went inside the truck, we got the gallon of water, and we brought it back into the back. Well, during the winter we couldn't do that because it was freezing. We had no place to put them. So I was putting them up here in the storage area. Now, it's been, like I said, it's been freezing for several weeks now. And what I've been trying to do is when we sleep, I keep the temperature above freezing. That way our water doesn't freeze and our canned goods and all that. And that's worked really well also. I mean, I keep the temperature in there maybe 35, 40 degrees at night. And then during the day, I turn it up to about 65, 70 degrees. Well, when you do that, everything starts to condensate. It was condensating those water bottles. So what was happening is it was dripping down into this cavity. See, here's what happened. Water was dripping down right here. You can actually see that this is, I don't know, it's a little bit loose. Because I did not seal that. I didn't seal it. There was no reason to seal it. I didn't see us pouring water down it. Well, what happened was when that water would drip down here, it would freeze up. Well, as you can see, I'm just in my long sleeve shirt. It's 65 degrees today, and it's been above freezing for several days now. First time in 3 or 4 weeks that it's been above freezing. Well, when that water down here had accumulated, there must have been a lot of water in here. It accumulated and immediately started just running out. It's peeling the seal. And when I went to push up on this, my fingers went right through it. I mean, it rotted out real quick. It's just Luan. It's just, you know, 1/8-inch Luan. Well, I mean, it rotted out clear across. Here, you can see in the front. Here's the problem with this. It's the only way to properly replace that piece of Luan, because that's a full, you know, what is that, 4x6, 4x6.5. So that's basically a full sheet of Luan. The only way to really do it is to take the camper off, because there's just not enough room to work. I couldn't get that stapler in there or anything. I wouldn't be able to do anything. This has been really the only regret I have had about the camper, was I wish I would have made it a little higher off the cab of the truck. That really worries me how close to the cab is. I can't even get my hand in there. The one spot that I really can't fix out here by myself is the spot that I got problems with. Even if I'd had problems with the roof, I could have fixed that out here real easy. Just got another piece of Luan, some paint, no big deal, and I'd have been fine. But here I got a real problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this with a pocket knife. My pocket knife, it's one of those, it's got a little saw on it. It's you know, a multi-purpose knife. It's got a saw in it. So I'm going to try to cut that out by hand all the way across. So after I get that cut out, I'm going to let this dry because it's real damp in here. So I want that to dry out so it doesn't rot the 2x2s in it. Once I get that cut out, they sell this piece of plastic paneling. It's 4x8 plastic paneling. So I'm going to cut that plastic paneling. It's 4x8 plastic paneling. I'm going to cut that out to that stud, out to that beam right there. And I'm just going to lay that. I'm just going to lay that plastic right there. I'm going to staple it around, staple it, and then seal it. You know, before I put it on, I'll put a bead of caulk. Well, they actually have some roofing material that I'm going to put on there, and I'm going to put that on there, and then I'll staple it the best I can. I'm not really sure what to do right here. I'm not going to be able to get a staple, so I'll have to figure out how to, you know, put that up really well. I got to do that out here in the conservation area without any tools or anything. You know, if I had a shop to go to, I would just take the thing off. I'd get 4 or 5 guys to come out and, you know, help me lift it up. It's not that heavy. 2 guys can lift it, but it's off balance because the front end falls down on you. So you got to get somebody on each corner, and it just lifts right off. Of course, that also means I would have to disconnect my house wiring from the truck. The truck helps charge the batteries, the house battery, while I'm driving. So all that would have to be disconnected. And everything would have to come out. Refrigerator, everything has to come out. And this would be a real project. It would take a couple days to do that. So I'm just going to do this temporary fix. Now that I have actually seen this plastic material, the Luan was $10 a sheet. This plastic material is $20 a sheet. So if I'd have made the outer skin out of that plastic material, it would have, you know, only been an extra $100 to do it in that plastic material. If I ever rebuild this thing, I mean, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to raise this up a bit, but then I'm going to use that plastic material because I'm always having to seal this up. You know, this is just roof sealant. What you see, that's not paint, that's roof sealant. And, you know, like I said, it bubbles up occasionally and things happen to it. Thanks for watching. Quick like if you like the video, and happy travels.